is really happening?
Yeah, it's happening.
Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 1 has had plenty of Easter eggs throughout the show, some more discoverable than others. However, one of those we seemingly missed, which might tease about how Chaos Theory is secretly setting up the next Jurassic World movie. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Chaos Theory video. Today, we're going ahead and merging the recent topics we've discussed here on the channel. We'll be talking about both Jurassic World Chaos Theory and Jurassic 7 and how they may be linked in a way that we never initially thought. Chaos Theory is taking place in September or early October of 2022, and the next Jurassic World movie is expected to take place in 2025. But that is just mere speculation, so make sure you take that with a pinch of salt. Either way, given how far apart these stories supposedly are, it seems very unlikely that they should be linking up, right? Well, a newly discovered detail in the show suggests otherwise, and that Chaos Theory might be teasing the next Jurassic World movie. We're still aiming for 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you're a fan of Jurassic and want to learn more about the franchise, then this is definitely the right place to be as we cover all things to do with Jurassic and inform you on all of the newest details as and when they drop. So make sure you're subscribed for more, especially since 80% of you watching right now aren't actually subscribed. Today's like goal is a total of 1,500 likes, so let's try to aim for that exact goal. But for now, once you're ready, sat back and relaxed whilst enjoying your G Fuel after using code SWERVE, it's time to go ahead and learn about how this one Easter egg from Chaos Theory might be setting up the next Jurassic World movie. So quite recently on the channel last week, we actually made a video that we went ahead and basically broke down the entire episode of episode 2 for Chaos Theory. Unfortunately, those breakdown episodes don't really seem to be doing too well. I really hope that they'll pick up when I release episode 3. But within episode 2, we had tons and tons of Easter eggs to focus on and talk about. And one scene in particular really caught my eye, which had loads and loads of Easter eggs because, let's be honest, if you're going to make a scene like that, it's going to happen. There's a perfect opportunity to make loads of Easter eggs here. And that was the scene in Ben's van where we see all of his theories. Within those theories, we see a lot of detail about specific stuff from the massive killer locusts that we saw in Dominion, and even the deleted concept of an underwater marine manticore section that never made its way into Camp Cretaceous, but obviously is an Easter egg in reference here. But one thing that loads of people pointed out was the board. The board is filled with loads of little details about some kind of Barbasol can, photos taken from the previous seasons of Camp Cretaceous, and this is the board that I specifically want to talk about in today's video, so remember that. Now we talk about Jurassic 7. What do we know so far about Jurassic 7? Well, very recently actually, last week, filming production actually began on the movie for the very first time. This means that we have loads of convoys going to multiple areas, we have filming happening in Malta, in Thailand, and we have them in London as well, through multiple filming crews and teams, by the way. But more specifically, I want to talk about the one in Thailand. Now, filming actually hasn't begun until I believe the earliest date is June 13th, which is very soon actually. But filming actually hasn't begun, filming production has begun, which means that all of the sets are pretty much ready to go, the actors are getting ready to practically fly out and film their first scenes. So Jurassic 7 is in filming production and it has begun. Now, this obviously means we will get some behind the scenes images, and one of which we did actually get, and I believe it was actually our second behind the scenes image that we got, and it kind of features some kind of South American looking shack. Now once we do look deeper into detail from this behind the scenes look, we can see that within this shack it seems to have the flag of Suriname. Now Suriname is a North South American country, very small, but it's in the north section of South America. So it is clear that this movie will take place in Suriname at some stage. We don't know if it's going to be a major plot point or not, but Chaos Theory seems to suggest that it will. But why is that? Well, take a look at the board again. Where are all of those pins going to? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that all of those pins are actually going directly to Suriname in North South America. Now, this was mentioned by somebody on Twitter who helped me spot this, and when I first saw it, I was like, no way. Why? Like, sure, maybe 1 or 2 makes sense, but why are all of the pins going to Suriname, and why does Jurassic 7 take place in Suriname? So it made me sit there, and it made me contemplate and think and ponder all of the possible scenarios of what's going to happen here. Because as we know, Season 2 of Chaos Theory takes place in West Africa. At least it will at some stage. We don't know if that's the majority of the season, the entire season, or just a minority of the season. All we know is that there's a Suchomimus, Gallimimus, and Ben and the campers are in West Africa at some point. Now, whether or not that's going to flow into Malta, to the events of Malta just before Jurassic World Dominion, because as we know, the Atrociraptors make their way over there eventually, so we do need that story to kind of at least tease some kind of Malta sequence. But it seems as though something is happening in Suriname. Now, taking a look at the board, we can't really piece together exactly what Ben was thinking, so I think this is all kind of random. And I think maybe the creators of Chaos Theory just got told that yes, it's going to happen in Suriname, because as we know, the 7th Jurassic movie, its script has been in development since 2021 or 2022, and it would have been around that time frame where the story of Chaos Theory would have also been written as well. So maybe they kind of collabed here and said, look, it's going to take place in Suriname. Whether you want your story to line up with that, it's your choice. Or maybe you just want to tease something is happening in Suriname. And this is the direction that the directors and executive producers of Chaos Theory decided to go down. They've decided to tease Suriname by putting all of these theories leading to that country. Why? I don't know, because all we got from Jurassic 7 is that it's like some little bar or shack. So it's nothing like major happening in Suriname from the images that we did get from behind the scenes of Jurassic 7, but I do just find it very interesting how Chaos Theory has all of those theories, and practically all of them. Like, there's only a few of them that aren't leading to Suriname. So that just makes me interested about what's actually going down there. And it just makes me think, why does everything actually go there? I mean, it would make sense if it was California, or the 5 Deaths and Isla Nublar, maybe even Malta as well. But why has Ben decided to put all of those points to Suriname? I don't know. I really don't know. And I've tried to think about it for, a couple of days now. I just can't think of a theory. I can't work out why. So if anybody has any ideas, then please feel free to let me know in the comments. But, I mean, the only explanation I have right now for you is that clearly this is something that happens in a movie, or something that can only be explained in the next movie. So it's clear that some kind of connection with Chaos Theory and Jurassic 7 is already happening here. This is probably our first connection that we at least know about. Whether or not we'll get some more later down the line, but if you hear the name Suriname in Season 2, then you kind of know where this is going. It's going to lead into the 7th Jurassic movie. Now, some people might be thinking, oh, you're thinking too much into it. Fair enough, yeah, I do see that, fair enough. However, Camp Cretaceous led into Fallen Kingdom's prologue, which obviously, as we know, takes place in 2016, and it also led into Jurassic World Dominion. Now, they weren't heavily tied into the movies to the point where the movies mention them. However, we know that the brain control chips that we see in Season 4 and Season 5 of Camp Cretaceous are used at the Biosyn facility in Jurassic World Dominion. And obviously we saw loads of Fallen Kingdom connections as well in Camp Cretaceous Season 3 and 4. So it just makes you think that you won't be entirely surprised that they do the same with Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory has connected Fallen Kingdom, Battle of Big Rock, and also Jurassic World Dominion, and this is probably the greatest way, or the best opportunity that they can do to tease, or at least somewhat connect, the next Jurassic movie with their show, especially since it's still set to release a year from now. Either way, I just found it really interesting, and again, I believe that this is something that can only be explained in the movie once it does release on July 2nd, 2025. And there we have it. It may only just be something small, but I do find it interesting nonetheless that something is clearly leading Ben to put all of the pins in Suriname on his map, and that we know a portion of the next Jurassic World movie takes place in Suriname. For now, we just have to wait and see. It might just be a coincidence, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does set up some kind of event for the next movie, as Camp Cretaceous' mind control chip sets up the minor story in Jurassic World Dominion. Only time will tell for now. But make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that when we do know more about Season 2 of Chaos Theory and Jurassic 7, you'll be notified immediately. Let me know what you think about this theory in the comments below, and if you think it's plausible, but most importantly, all I ask for from you guys today is to make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.